All right, I think we alive, we alive, we alive. Greetings, Grand Rising, Osio, Halito, to each and every one of you. Um, Let me make sure we got audio. I know we do, but just to confirm that, we have a great build. Well, I have a great build, for you guys. As usual, we're going to discuss a few things. All right. Give me a second here. This thing is loading. Just want to confirm. Namaste, family. Namaste, shalom, to each and every one of you. Okay. My buika, man, listen, just like I've said before, man, different families, different clans, different bands, but also many nations. But, we building this super nation, what I mean, of aboriginals around the Americas. It's all the time. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me because this thing is taking some time to load. All right, I just wanted to confirm audio, but it doesn't matter. If you could just give me some inclination that you're hearing me, then that's fine with me. I'll make that happen. I just need a thumbs up or yes, I'm good to go. You hear me? I know it's a bit early, but when you got work to do, you got work to do. You know what I mean? I can't wait for those of you that are still asleep. And I know many of you have to work. So for those of you who when you got work to do, you got work to do. All right, beautiful. So we got audio. So for those of you who are actually at work right now, I guess you'll get to see the build a little later. But once again, I always do videos whenever the spirit lead me to do these videos. All right. Sometimes I plan it, sometimes I don't. For the most part, I don't. All right. First and foremost, as usual, want to give thanks to the great spirit, that my ancestors looked up to, the great spirit my ancestors worshiped and honored. That's what I subscribe to. I also want to give thanks to my ancestors for continuously using me as a vessel, teaching me what it means to move in the spirit, showing me what it means to be connected back to those who came before me. And it's a beautiful thing. Every time I rise, love and wholesomeness to each and every one of you that's tuning in right now. Every time I rise, man, I step outside, into the grass on the soil, whether it's wet or dry, and I walk on it bare feet, and I do some affirmations, I do some meditations, I do, some sun gazing. For those of you who are not quite familiar with sun gazing, it's when you actually look into the sun. And for me, it's not just looking into the sun, but it's I do my affirmations. So I'm not encouraging you to just go look at the sun, because I don't want anybody to say, well, hey, Chief asked me or told me to do this. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm able to do it, without causing any harm to myself. But the safest times to sun gaze, or if you're just getting into it, is really, really early when the sun is just rising at that golden moment. Okay, it's not hot, it's warm, and it has a beautiful texture to it, a beautiful color, and the warmth is a great feeling. Also, when the sun is resting, what we call sun rest, okay, that's the safe time to sun gaze as well. So those are the two safest times. Now, when the sun is actually in its zenith, meaning that it's at its highest point, where maybe noon or around 1 p.m., I get to do it, and I do it for a few minutes so I could get that full blast of energy from the sun. But a few things, a few of the affirmations that I put out there in the universe is that, I am life. It's not that I'm part of life. I am life. Okay. I am everything that's in life. I am the light. I don't say I am part of the light. I am the light, because I realize we all came from light, and I am light walking within light. So I always manifest that I am the light, show me the light, manifest the light, and just embrace everything that the sun has to give me at that moment, So within that time of the now, which is the present that I'm actually doing my affirmations, you know, I envision myself being one with the all, in totality with the all. And that is the true essence of feeling or knowing what creation is, or the all is, or that super intelligence. You know, if you as an individual, you're looking for the creator outside of yourself, then you have a problem. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. If you're looking for the creator outside yourself, then you are into the dogmatic religion. Okay, you are looking outside of yourself for idols. You feel me? Because we are, the creator is within us. Okay, that's why we are able to create things, is because the essence of the creator is within us. So if you're looking for the creator outside of yourself, like religion is teaching you to, all right, then you have a serious problem. Grand Rising on Onyx. Okay, so keep that in mind. Stop looking for the creator outside of yourself. You feel me? The temple of the Most High is within you. And that's why, again, it's important to always keep your temple pure. All right? Keep your temple pure. The physical body is not you. So therefore, the Most High, that breath of life, the spirit, is a guest. It's a temporary guest in that body we call a host. It's an avatar. You feel me? So if your temple is chaotic, then how can the Most High be comfortably, you know, or settle comfortably in the home that you have provided for the creator? Think about what I'm saying. Okay, if you have your home, remember the home, the house, the fixture. The fixture is not the home, so to speak. Okay, the people make it the home, but the building, the fixture, the property is not the people. You feel me? So if your home, the building, the structure, the fixture, I come into your house and it's dirty, you know, you got rodents all over the place, it stink, I'm not going to feel comfortable as your guest. Okay, I love to explain things in a way that children could comprehend. And I'm not saying that you are children, okay? All I'm just saying is I like to break things down to the lowest common denominator so that everybody could comprehend what I'm saying. You feel me? So let us take that back to the individual. Your body is not you, okay? The body is just a host. It's an avatar. It's the fixture, okay? It's the property of that spirit, that breath that's within you. You feel me? So with that being said, if you are inviting the Most High, okay, into your temple, now mind you, you see, religion is something that's really crazy. And a thought just occurred to me, and I'm just going to move in the spirit, okay? The breath that's within us is an attribute of the creator, okay? The breath that's within us, the spirit that's within us, is an attribute of the Most High, okay? So therefore, what does that mean? That means you could have the breath, you could have the spirit, but yet still don't have the Most High within you. Now, I know it's not Sunday. Well, actually, it's Sunday because the sun is out. So every day is Sunday once the sun is out. So let's have church today. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. The breath, that spirit that's within you, you could have it, but yet still don't have the Most High within you. Because the Most High is not going to be in a body or a temple that's chaotic. Because the Most High is not chaotic. You feel what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So if your temple is the temple of the Most High, don't you think that you should keep that temple pure? Don't you think that you should keep that temple void of chaos? Void of gossip, jealousy, envy, vindictiveness? Don't you think so? Because for the most part, a lot of people call themselves conscious and, man, listen, what is really conscious? Okay, all conscious means is to be aware. Everybody's making conscious to be such this big word or this new religion. Okay, all conscious means is to be aware. That's all it means. Okay, that's all it means. Now, if we were to disseminate the word or break down the word conscious, for me, I'm not conscious. I am aware, but I'm not conscious. Okay, because when we look at the prefix con, okay, what does con really means? It means, and I'm paraphrasing, by acquiring knowledge, okay, from a perspective of deception. Okay, that's what it means to persuade someone through deception. However, when you look at the word shius or shus, that's actually a word, and it means to be aware. So why would you take shus or shius, which is already a word which means to be aware, and add con to it? Again, the spells. So when you are conscious, what are you saying? Go look it up if you don't believe me. Don't believe anything that I say. Look it up. So I am not conscious. I am shius. I am aware. Okay? Now, let me just digress a little bit and talk about the last build I had with the elder. Okay? I know a lot of people may have been disappointed. Okay? And because the elder may have been all over the place, and that's fine. Okay? I'm going to tell you why I wasn't disappointed. And I'm very, very happy that it went the way it did. And I'll tell you why. I am not doing videos to convince people of things that I believe. Okay? I'm not here bringing guests or elders or whoever. Any guests that come on my platform, well, it's not my platform, our platform. Let me rephrase that. Okay? That comes on our platform, then I don't want them to come here believing in things that I want them to believe. Okay? I want to explore the truth, because it's only the truth that's going to set us free. Okay? And just like our elder, I respect him. And yes, he may have been, caught up in that Pan-African mindset. And it's okay. It's okay. I wasn't mad at him. You feel me? The way some people was getting a little agitated or upset. Okay? No, I'm not going to disrespect my elder. Okay? I'm going to be patient with him. I'm going to work with him because he is coming from the same place many of y'all was at a few months ago. Okay? A few weeks ago, a year ago, a few years ago. I remember when I first started doing videos telling our people that we were the American Indians, people thought I was crazy. They thought I was a sellout. Okay? Until I got to a point where I wanted to save our people so bad, I even made provisions to take our people to Ghana. And the ancestors intercepted and said, no, man, listen, you don't know what you're doing. You're playing with a force that's bigger than you. Okay? And we are going to break your foot so that you could sit your ass down, get back into meditation, and get back on track and do what we sent you here to do. And the very next day, okay, after they broke my foot, and I'm saying it, they broke my foot, yes. And I'm not mad at them for that. So they know I'm speaking the truth. Just so that I could sit my ass down so I could go back into my meditation to continue what the mission they had already put me on. Because I was taking our people from their organic land and bringing them somewhere else where they don't belong. And in meditation, they told me what happened. So the very next day, if people could remember, people will tell you the truth. The very next day, my ancestors came to me and gave me that lesson. Okay, I did a video. I say, folks, listen, I'm not African. You feel me? Because my grandmother already told me I was a Carib. Okay, and I've already done my history that the Carib, we came from the Orinoco River in South America. And that's it, nowhere else. And further research, okay, I did in my lineage, my study, my genealogy. There was a connection, a very strong connection, and that's how I found out I had literally Cherokee all up in my blood, but the original Anionwea. Okay? The point I'm trying to make is this. I am not mad at my elder. As a matter of fact, I appreciated him more because he showed that even if he's my elder, we all are ignorant, okay, to many things. It doesn't matter how young or how old we are, okay? And there's nothing wrong in being ignorant because we were all born ignorant, but it takes hard work to remain stupid. You feel me? I'm going to repeat that, okay? We were all born ignorant, but it takes extremely hard work to remain stupid. You feel me? So when my elder, you know, the live was done, you know, he tried to apologize. You know, I said, elder, you don't have to apologize. Why? Because you know where your mother's family is from. They're from down south. And none of them have ever mentioned anything about coming from another land. You know that your father's side came from Florida, okay? The Seminoles, and they have always been there. You feel me? But because of what we were taught, the miseducation, it is still ingrained in our minds. So I told him, no, okay, don't apologize. And he thanked me. He said, Chief, I still have a lot to learn. You see, so I'm not mad at my elder for that. No, I love him. So I just wanted to make that clear. You feel me? This is a process of growing, and we are still growing. And the truth, once again, it's only the truth that's going to set us free. Okay? I just wanted to make that clear. Now, let us go back to where we were before. You know, I just have to take a moment and put that out there. Right? Now, we are talking about the spirit. Okay? The spirit. The spirit is an attribute of the Most High. The spirit is not the Most High. You see, pastors in religion, you feel me, will take you into a place that will have you believing in things outside of yourself. Okay? And when I say believe, when you look at the word believe, when you break down that word, okay, you have be. To be is a beautiful thing because be in the moment. That's what the present is. Okay? That's what life is, to be. But what they had to do, they had to put lie in believe. Lie, be lie. You feel me? Okay? To be lie in Eve. So things that are based on belief, it is not facts and it's not truth to me. I deal with the knowing. Okay? That's why I move within the spirit. So once again, the spirit is not the Most High. You feel me? The spirit is not that great spirit. Okay? The spirit is an attribute of the Most High. So therefore, the Most High, you could have the spirit and have the breath, be alive, and don't have the Most High in you because you're looking for the Most High outside of yourself. You feel me? Because governments and institutions and religion, they have taken the creative aspect, okay, the creative attributes that we have inherently that we got from the master creator. They have taken that away from us. Everything is automated, okay? People don't want to use their hands no more. People don't want to think no more. Machines, robots. You feel me? Televisions, tell lie visions, telling lie to your visions. And everything is about what's objective, okay? It's not about what's subjective. It's about what's objective. What you see, the symbols, okay, is what controls your mind. And if your mind is being controlled, what's going to follow? Your actions will be controlled. Okay? So why is it so hard to get rid of those televisions? Because they make you think that you have to be connected socially in their realm of existence. Okay? We have our children glued to televisions, glued to iPhones and all these different gadgets where they can't think for themselves. They are being programmed. And we don't see a problem with that. Oh, well, maybe we do, but we are so caught up. You feel me? So we are living in a beautiful time, but yet still that time could be a dangerous time for the mind. Okay? The mind that is not alert. And anytime your mind is wandering, you are not in control of your thoughts, then you leave your thoughts open for invaders to step in and control your thoughts. Hence, they will control your actions. You feel me? Now, I'm going to share something with you guys. And once again, I have to make my disclaimer. I have nothing against our African cousins. I have nothing against our Asiatic cousins. I have nothing against our European cousins, because the entire earth, okay, was filled with heavy melanated people. So at some point, yes, we are all related. But what's being done to us is an injustice, okay? And when I say us, I am talking about the American Aboriginals, the original people of this land, the descendants, okay, of the ancestors who have been here from time immemorial. Immemorial means forever, okay? Ancient. And injustice is being done to us because every other culture has a nationality except us. You feel me? That alone in itself should be a suspicion. Alone in itself. Why do they want us to be everything else except from who we are? They started telling us, well, evolution, we all came from monkeys. Well, if we all came from monkeys, how the hell did monkeys stop making humans in 2019? That is not my story. That is his story. It's not mine. I ain't come from no damn monkey. You feel me? And I am not no homo sapien. I ain't homo nothing. Okay? That's what you call it. My creator never called me a homo anything. I'm a man. So you see, when people get into the semantics of, you know, homo sapien and this and that and all homo sapiens came from Africa, man, listen, yes, maybe homo sapiens came from Africa, but I'm not a homo sapien. I'm a man that was made and created in the likeness of my creator, and my creator put us all over this damn earth. In fact, this damn planet. Many planets, many universes, the omniverse. So I'm not gonna get caught up and play the games, because you see, when they put us in a box, we are boxed in, okay? And we could only move to the left, to the right, up or down. But yet still, there is always that glass ceiling that we got to keep these Negroes, these so-called Negroes, these so-called black people, we got to keep them in that box, that glass box, where we could always see what they are doing. So we could control them, okay? If 6 or 5 of them gather together, then that's a 911 call. Oh, there's a bunch of black people hanging out. But every other culture could do it and it's fine. Okay? And I'm not speaking ill of Arabs, but Arabs are usually deemed by the West as terrorists. So why do Arabs own all the corner stores in the hood? If Arabs are deemed terrorists by the West, then why is that when Arabs are gathered on corners, they don't call the police and say, hey, guess what? There's a bunch of Arabs about to blow some things up on the corner. Why is that? Because you see, that's what they're teaching you, perception of television. But in reality, that's not what it is. They are all friends. They are all working together to cahoots against us, the original Aborigines. Okay? If Arabs are the terrorists, why Arabs aren't the ones? Why aren't their children the ones getting shot in the streets? Why every time it has to be a so-called African American? And to even further expound on what I'm saying, why is it that when it's an African American, it's not a real African? Okay? So I'm not pointing fingers at Arabs per se. I have nothing against Arabs. They are doing what they're supposed to do. They are doing what they're supposed to do, which is come together, practice group economics, and build their people. Okay? And I'm not going to say, oh, well, people don't do it. The problem is when we do it, oh, all of a sudden we racist. When we do it, oh, we don't want to invite nobody else. You see, they keep playing the same game, the same routine over and over and over and over again with us. That's what they keep doing. Okay? That's what they keep doing. Now, granted that they have turned our world, our home, into the melting pot. Granted, I'm not in favor of that. No, I'm not. Okay? But it is what it is. We're living in the present. Let us deal in the present. Okay? So granted that every other culture came into our home and called themselves Americans. All right? Why is that we are the only ones who can't be called Americans? Why do we have to be African Americans? Why do we have to be a hyphened American? But every other individual, every other ethnic group could be an American. I mean, do we even think of those things? You see, it's basic common sense. Basic common sense. Now, let me just share something with you guys. I'm going to read. And I got that from, I saw that on a post on Instagram, and I just found it very interesting. And of course, I have thought about it in my own way, but they just nailed it. So I'm giving credit where credit is due. I don't even have the name of the person who posted it. But with that being said, they showed a map of the world and the different continents, and they have animals and on all different parts of the continent. Okay? And they have a little narrative that they wrote. They said, we are nature. Okay? We are nature. If animals and trees aren't homogeneous, what makes us different? If all life started in Africa, why aren't other races being held accountable to pay homage to? You see, that rings volume. Think about what I'm saying. If we are all nature, all right? They say we are all children of God. That's what they say, right? I'm going to read this again. If animals and trees aren't homogeneous, meaning that they don't belong to the same group, right? They don't belong to the same group. What makes us different? What makes us different? Here's the interesting thing. If all life started in Africa, why aren't other races being held accountable to pay homage to? So if everybody's from Africa, why are we the only ones here? The so-called Black Americans, the so-called Negroes, the so-called African Americans, why are we the only ones who has to pay homage to Africa? Why isn't the Caucasian doing it? Why isn't the Asian doing it? Why isn't the Arab doing it? Why is that? Do you see the mental game that they are playing with us? Do you see that? They want you to be obligated, just us. No, only you. Everybody else could be from anywhere else on the planet, but no, y'all niggas here, y'all gotta pay homage to Africa. Oh, if you don't, then you're not proud to be Black. Well, guess what? I am not Black. And you see, that is the game that they are playing with us. Okay? That is the game that they are playing with us. The color, the put us in a crayon box. I ain't no damn crayon. Okay? I am not a crayon. Now, I'm going to share, I ran across a video, right, about some Chief Sitting Bull, I think that's what it was. So I made a comment on the video, and it's very interesting that they all have the same narrative. Okay. Now, I'm not just going to tell you about it. I'm going to share the screen. Now, for those of you who have actually seen the video when I called the Cherokee Nation, they all have the same script. So you have to know that they're all actors. They are all actors because they have a script. It's never different. It's never, ever, ever, ever different. And I'm going to share that with you. Brothers and sisters, I'm here to bring the pieces together. Okay? This has to stop. Okay? And the only people that could make it stop is us. Nobody is going to have our backs but us. You feel me? Nobody but us. And I want, well, not want, I would like you guys to put it out there in the universe, and everybody that's on this chat right now or who hear this video, put it in the link, put it in the chat, put it in the comment. I am not black. Okay, I am not a crayon. Okay, I am not African American. And say who you are. Name your clan. Okay, let us put it out there in the universe. So I'll start it off before I even share that information with you. I'm going to start it off. All right. I started off. Okay. Somebody beat me to it, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, my sister. It's all good. But okay, so I'm going to speak that out there in the universe. I am not black. I am not an African American. I am who my ancestors were. I am an original American. And it's about time we start making that statement. You feel me? I'm going to share that information with you. And you would see that they all have a script. It's like they came together in a big room, just like the Council of Nicaea, of the Nicene Council of 325 AD, when they came together and said, you know what, we're going to create a Jesus and we're going to take it around the world. And anybody who don't want to be a Christian, we're going to kill them. We're going to put them in jail. We're going to crucify them or enslave them if they don't want to be a Christian. Okay? So they all came together and said, listen, let's put a script together that we could take these original people in the Americas and we're going to make them black. Okay? We're going to make them black. We're going to bring some of their cousins from another place, mixed in with them, and we're just going to call all of them, categorize them in a box and call them black. And no matter what they do, we're going to teach their children that they are black. We're going to teach their children that they are African Americans. This is what we are going to do. Anybody who controls your educational system, control your life. Anybody who control your money, control your life. Anybody who control your food, control your life. They control your entire existence. You dig? So this happened within a span of less than 200 years. So can you imagine the thought? You see, this was premeditated. That's a crime. Okay? It's a crime against humanity. And the reason why we are not getting redress is because y'all want to be black. Okay? And you got these so-called scholars and the likes. I'm not going to call names, but you know them. Calling themselves doctors and talk about, oh, we fighting for black reparations. Shut the hell up. You know damn well you ain't getting no reparations because we ain't black and we ain't from Africa. As a matter of fact, the slave masters already got reparations. The slave masters got the reparations. Did they share it with their slaves? No. So what are you looking for? What are you looking for? We have to get redress as the original people of the land. And that we could prove. You feel me? So let us stop playing the games, man. Let's stop playing the games. I'm going to share this with you. All right? I'm going to share this with you. Very interesting conversation. Okay, it was all done, done in text, what have you. But here we go, right? I hope you guys could see this. Let me just make it a little bigger. All right. Let me see here. Let me just go to my video. I want to make sure I'm here with you guys. I'm seeing this as well. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second here. All right, cool. So I'm here with you. All right. So I know you guys are actually seeing what I'm sharing. Okay. This is very interesting because people have no idea, okay, the abuse that we face as a people. What the hell is this? Come on, man. What is this? You see, they always trying to, and yes, what is that? I don't agree to no updates, man. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm going to show y'all this, and I hope y'all could see this, right? This is from a video. I'm not going to play the video because for, infringements, copyright purposes, right? But it's Sitting Bull Biography 1995. Okay. But it's very interesting. I made a comment. Okay. And it was in my every right to make a comment. I said, truth be told, the original Indians were and are dark-skinned. My ancestors' truth must be told. The current people posing as Indians are nothing but Europeans usurping our land and identity. Now, let me ask you a question. Was I out of place for making that statement? I am not being discriminatory. No, I'm not, because I'm teaching the truth. Now, Chief, why are you saying this? Where did you get that information from? Well, okay, so let us go to Webster's Noah's 1820 dictionary. That's their own dictionary. It's not ours. We didn't create it. Okay? I am certainly sure Noah was a pale man. Okay? Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Cliche here, huh? Noah's Ark. But anyway, we're not going to get biblical with the Noah situation, right? But let us look at American, the definition in Noah's Webster's 1828 dictionary. Now, if you go look at the history of the United States, or what people think the United States is America, you would see in 1828 the atmosphere at that time. Okay, we were, as far as they're concerned, we were in no position to be accredited, okay, with such accolades by making the definition of American to be so prestige. But it says American, adjective pertaining to America. So we know what America is. Turtle Island, right? North, South, Central America. American is a noun. All right, a noun. Keep that in mind. What's a noun? A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to take y'all back so that you will understand this information like a child would. And I'm going to be very respectful, but I'm going to be assertive. Okay? American, a noun. What is a noun? A name of an animal, person, place, or thing. What does it say? A native of America. A native of America. All right? Not the new concept of what native is. No. A native of America. Originally, you see, that word is very key. Originally. What does that mean? Original means to be from the beginning. All right? Time immemorial, from inception. Applied, when you're applying something, what are you doing? To the aboriginals, the original people, the autochthonous ones. Or what? Copper-colored races. Or copper-colored races. So you could be an aboriginal, but not be copper-colored. Okay? Because we came in different variations. Brothers and sisters, when you read, you have to read with understanding. So therefore, there could be aboriginals who are a little on the light-skinned side, and there are aboriginals who could be on the darker brown side to almost be misconstrued for being called black. Okay? found here by the Europeans. Now, granted that the original Europeans were dark-skinned, so we're going to put that in both perspectives. It applies in both situations because the dark-skinned Europeans found us here and the pale European found us here. But now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. That's how they became natives. Now, when you go look at the definition of native, all it means is that someone who was born in a particular area. So they are showing you how they usurped and took our identity right here in that definition. I'm not making it up. So when I made that statement on that video, I was within my every right to make that statement, which was a factual statement based on research, based on archaeology, based on their own dictionaries, based on their own books, and based on my oral history. Okay? Here we go. So I said that again. Truth be told, the original Indians were dark. And it's funny that that individual agreed with me, but I'm going to show you the game they always play. I said, my ancestors' truth must be told. The current people posing as Indians are nothing but Europeans usurping our land and identity. So now we have confirmed my statement from Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary. And we also have a few more sources, but we'll just stick to that, okay? Somebody came up and said, some honk, pan, pop, nah, whatever that is, okay, said that American Aboriginal son, Indians are from India, and yes, they are dark-skinned. All right, so they agreed that Indians are from India and they're dark-skinned. I replied, I said, for your information, there are East Indians and there are West Indians, okay? Because they love to play these games. They love to play the semantic games. You see, most so-called black people play checkers while they're playing chess. But guess what? I'm a master at chess, even if I don't know how to play chess personally, but I'm a man of wisdom, okay? I'm a man of wisdom. I move through the spirit. Now, I said, this India wasn't called India. It was called Hindustan. Study and research first. I am an American Indian, the original. And of course, we know American Indian is also what we say. Yes, it's a misnomer, but those are the treaties that our ancestors signed with the invaders using that identity as Indians. So for now, it was meant for us. So I am holding on to it for now until we make it otherwise. Okay? Now, where am I? Let us proceed here. I went a little too far. All right. The individual said, American Aboriginal son, what's your tribe's name? What language do you speak? What land do you occupy? Brothers and sisters, I am showing you what these people have done. Okay? What they have done. Because those are the questions that they are going to ask. I said, the entire Americas was stolen from us. You see, when they want you to pick one little plot and call it yours, once you start saying you're an American Aboriginal, they want you to pinpoint what part. Otherwise, they're just going to put you in the entire Africa. They don't ask you what part of Africa, they just say Africa. But when it comes to the Americas, they want you to start pinpointing. I'm showing y'all the game, okay, that these colonizers, okay, these so-called natives are playing with original people, the First Nation people, okay? Check this out. I said the entire Americas was stolen from us. We were forced to learn English. So therefore, don't ask me what language I speak, okay? Because you assisted the invaders, okay, in forcing English to my ancestors. Because I know damn well they didn't speak English. So don't ask me what language I speak, you hypocrite. I said Kalinago, Carib, Anianwea, Choctaw, Blackfoot, Lumbi, Arawak, Taino, also Chickasaw, even if I didn't put it, we came from many, many, many clans and many families, okay? Just to name a few tribes. I did say tribes, but that's clans. And there are thousands more. I asked, what's your point? I hope you guys are with me. What's your point? All right? Let me just come back to where we at right here. Let me just come back to the, let me just come back to you guys for a minute, because this is getting very interesting, okay? And it's a beautiful thing. I love it when they challenge me. Let me ask you a question. Are you guys with me, right? Are you guys with me? I just want to know that we're on the same page right now, okay? Because we are part of the same book, but right now we need to be on the same page. I need to know if we're on the same page right now. All right. If we're on the same page, somebody support that super chat. All right. Because we are going in right now. We going in right now. We in school. This is university. Okay. Show that super chat some love. You feel me? Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Let's do this. Showing your appreciation is all about your intent, okay? It's not the quantity, but it's the quality. And that's what I appreciate. You feel me? So check this out. Let us proceed, okay? The individual said, American Aboriginal son, if the entire Americas were stolen from you, why you guys only claim Southeastern tribes? You see, that's what they're always talking about. Why do we only claim Southeastern tribes? And why are they always a tribe who owns slaves and or tribe that are extinct? Well, let me break that down, step by step here. Okay? Whoever you are, to answer your question, if the Americas were stolen from us, then why do we claim Southeastern tribes? We don't only claim only Southeastern tribes. We claim the entire Turtle Island. That includes South, North, and Central America, just for your information. And they ask, why are they always tribes who own slaves and or tribes that exist? Well, guess what? Our ancestors got caught up in commerce with the Africans, with the Moors, and started enslaving people, even our own. Okay? And a lot of these little tribes, they're not extinct. They were just families who joined clans, and the clans became bands, and the bands became nations. We are still here. Okay? We are still here. How come dogs never went extinct? How come cats are not extinct? So why would we be extinct? Here's the key. Here's the key part. Thank you, my sister, for this, Aliyah, for this, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, for supporting the super chat. I appreciate that, all right? Here's the interesting part. I'm going to highlight that right here. This is where we fall into the trickery. There were no blacks on the plains until after the Civil War, when Buffalo soldiers were getting medals for helping massacre villages of women and children. My brothers and sisters, you peep the game? You peep the game? There were no blacks. You know why? Because we are not black. And I'm going to prove that to you again. Because they like playing this game. They want to put us in this box of being black. And that's how they get us to be detached from our land and put us on the African continent. Okay? Right where I highlighted. You feel me? There were no blacks. Oh man, what happened now? You see? I'm dropping this information. All of a sudden, they stop sharing my damn screen. Y'all can't stop the knowledge, though. I'm going to go back to it. Okay? I'm going to go back to it. Y'all ain't stopping this. Y'all ain't stopping this. All of a sudden, my share screen just disappeared, right? But I'm back at it. Exactly where I'm highlighting. It says what? The individual said there were no blacks on the plains until after the Civil War, when the Buffalo soldiers were getting medals for helping massacre villages of women and children. Again, that word black, the semantics of playing the wordplay. Now, I said, sounds like you know our history. I mentioned many tribes. Obviously, you are not one of us. Who are you? What tribe do you claim? What is the point of your origin? Who said I was black? You see, that's what they keep telling you. And if you continue to live your life but why the colonizers tell you who you are, then you are doomed for extinction. That's how they made you extinct, by calling you black and African American. They wrote you out of history. Out of what? His story. But we have to retell our story. And that's what's happening right now. You see, we are telling the truth. And only the truth will set us free. That's it. Nothing else. So I'm going to repeat what I said. Sounds like you know our history. I mentioned many tribes. Obviously, you are not one of us. Who are you? What tribe you claim? What is your point of origin? Who said I was black? And if you guys could go back to that conversation I had with the man from the Cherokee Nation, go look at that video again. Okay? Thank you, my sister Onyx Rising, for that for that super chat, for supporting the super chat. I appreciate that. Okay? It is the same thing they are always saying. Why you keep insisting on calling us black? You see, that is a form of forced assimilation. That is and goes against international human rights by preventing us from self-identifying. Okay, the right to self-determination. And we have to come together and slap a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit on these people. And I'm not playing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not screaming. I'm just moving through the spirit right now. I'm not mad. I'm just hype. I'm supercharged. You feel me? Okay? The individual said, no, I know our history and you guys aren't in it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And they are absolutely right. They know their history and we are not in it. So you are absolutely right. Point well taken. The person said, I am not one of you guys because I still have my identity and I don't need to claim someone else's. Mala Kota Yelo. Okay? I don't give a damn what that means. But you see, look at the language. I am not one of you guys because I still have my identity. Brothers and sisters, you see why identity is paramount in 2019, moving into 2020? Identity. Who are you? Because black is not an identity. Black is not a nationality. African American is not an identity. And that's how we are not inclusive. That's how we are not included, because we have been wiped out of stories. His story. We are not part of the fold. Okay? We are not part of what's called civilization because you want to be black. And then you have all these so-called scholars and teachers and YouTube platform gurus teaching you that you are black, and you supporting them, sharing their videos. You are responsible for your own demise because you support the BS. You see, it's about identity. Who are you? I replied, another thing, scientifically, archaeologically, the original people of this entire planet was dark-skinned or so-called black. With that being said, I am an aboriginal to this earth. How about you? Did your ancestors come from the womb of a dark-skinned woman, or did y'all come here from another planet? The person responded and said, and then I said, I figured, now I know your agenda like the rest. Peace out. We are coming for what's ours. The individual concluded and said, the original people were dark-skinned, but that don't mean they were black Negro. I rest my case right here. You see, they created a category and call you a Negro / black. Okay? Even the word more means black. Now you start you see how we start putting this together? They do admit, you see, they never refute that the entire planet was dark-skinned. They never do that. So that individual is actually admitting the fact that they are dark-skinned, even if they look pale like the European, because they know they came from the womb of a dark-skinned woman. But no, the so-called African Americans, the so-called black people in America, no, they are not dark-skinned, they are black. So that means they don't exist. They are not part of us. Okay? I'm going to read this again. Read it again. And when I say read, read with understanding. Don't listen to me, but hear me. The individual said the original people, yes, they are actually agreeing with me. The original people, okay, were dark-skinned, but that don't mean they were black or Negro. And they are absolutely correct. I totally agree with pretty much everything that individual said because they are speaking truth. But you see, in my people's minds, they don't know what the truth is. Okay? Cognitive dissonance has kicked in. Now the individual said, skin color has nothing to do with race like you think. And they're absolutely correct. They're absolutely correct. Skin color has nothing to do with race. Because you see, because of the skin color, we range from light skin to dark skin brown. You feel me? It's an adaptive trait. Only a skull can determine what racial stock someone comes from. Obviously, that person is well studied, but they are teaching untruths. They're teaching their truth, but it's an untruth to another set of people. Okay? I just wanted to share this with you guys because that was very, because you see, I like to pick their brain and let them get into their emotions, but still I like to remain respectful. I like to remain respectful. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and come back. All right? Once again, I just want to give, say, thanks to Aaliyah. Thank you for supporting the super chat. And thank you, Onyx Summarizing for supporting the super chat. I appreciate that. It's always, it feels good to know that what you're doing is appreciated and people are always willing to reciprocate. So with that being said, you see how the game is being played on us, okay? They admitted that, yes, everyone on the planet was dark-skinned, but they were not black or Negroid. You're right. You're right. So how come y'all running around talking about, you see, they gave us all these terms, Negro, colored, African-American, black, nigger, Afro-American. Those are not identities. You see what I'm saying? That is not the essence of the human race. But it's only my people. It's only my people that want to get caught up in this game of being a color in a box. Now, man. Ooh, like I said, for those of you who refuse to open up your eyes and see, that's on you. For those of you who refuse to open up your ears and hear, that's on you. But I'm only here to bring the truth. Nothing but the truth, uncensored. You feel me? It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. My only agenda is this. It's for the upliftment and the betterment of my people. That's it. Because every other ethnic group is looking out for theirs. But a lot of too many of us are fighting against our own selves. Okay? Until we stop shooting each other in the head. And don't get me wrong. I know they put us in predicaments where we have to, we have to live the concept of the crab in the barrel mentality. But we have to give that up. Okay? We have to give that up. Give it back to them. Okay? We have to stop shooting each other. We have to stop fighting each other. Okay? We have to stop that. And I don't care if anybody call me a snitch. If I see anybody shoot any one of us in the streets, I will be the first one to call the police. Call it what you want. I don't care. Call me a snitch. What they say, a snitch get stitches? Well, I will stitch my damn self up before you do it. But I'm going to tell, because it's about time we stop being our own worst enemy. Okay? We have to stop that. Because the truth is always in plain sight. The truth is always in plain sight. Indigenous Aborigine, thank you for supporting the super chat. It means a lot. All right, I'm giving shout out again, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. It feels good to be appreciated. You feel me? But for me, I stand on the principles of truth. Not he or say and not he or she say, nah, I don't want to deal with that. Or belief, I don't want to deal with that. I want to deal with facts. What I'm seeing with my own eyes, that we are the only ethnic group on the planet that's facing the kind of genocide like no other else. Not even Africans face the genocide that we face, because Africans could come here and be successful in our land. And I will reiterate, I have nothing against any other ethnic group or culture. All I'm saying is, give us what's ours. Render unto the American Aborigine what is the American Aborigine. Period. That's it. It's that simple. It is that simple. Okay? Now, let us go back to Noah's Webster's 1828 dictionary. We just getting started. Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. Gee, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, let us go back to Noah's Webster's 1828 dictionary. Okay, and I've shown you guys many sources, all right, from their own scholars, from their own books, their archives, that has proven on many occasions everything I'm saying. So let us go to American again. American is a what? A noun. A noun. A native of America. Originally applied to the Aboriginals. You see how you have Australian Aboriginals? Well, we are the American Aboriginals. Or copper-colored races. They are both synonymous. Okay? Found here by who? The Europeans. But now applied to the descendants, okay, of whom? The Europeans born in America. So therefore, what it means, when you are born in a place, you are a native. So natives are now claiming to be us. It is right in your faces. And the majority of the masses can't even see it. They are blind. But like I said, we were all born in ignorance, but it takes a lot of hard work to be stupid. It takes a lot of hard work to remain in stupidity, because we were all ignorant at some point, and we are still all ignorant of some things. Like I tell people, I don't know everything. I am not a master teacher. Don't ever call me that, because you would be doing me an injustice. However, I am a master student. I always want to remain like a sponge that's ready to absorb information. And not just any information, I want the truth. Okay? Because I am the light. I walk in the light. You feel me? Now here's another word in that same dictionary we're going to look at. Let us look at the word black. Black. Right here it says black is what? An adjective. Normally, the first definition is what it is. It's an what? It's an adjective. Now, what is an adjective? An adjective describes a what? A noun. Okay? The word adjective right here. An adjective describes a noun. Now, let's go back to the noun. The noun is what? American. Right? If the noun is American and the word black is an adjective, right? If the noun is American and the word black is an adjective, so therefore it describes the American, well, for those of you who forgot what black looked like, let me just show you real quick. Okay? You know what? I could just, I don't even have to do that. Let me just go to Google. And if you don't know what this word is,
homogeneous.
Homogeneous, it means of the same kind, alike. Okay? So everything on the planet is not homogeneous. Okay? You have apple trees, mango trees, and a mango tree is not an apple tree. So why do we have to be everybody else that look like us? All right? Don't fall for the trick. But let us go look at black images. Because you see, it's the visual, the symbols we have to look at. Okay, I want that to stick in your, well, for lack of a better word, subconscious, right? Black symbols, all right? This is a black image right here. This is black, right here. Let me just click on that for you to see. Okay, where's that image at? Right here. Bring it up. A black image. Come on, man. This is not giving me what I want, but here we go. All right, so right here where my cursor is, okay, where my cursor is, I'm hovering over the black image right here. There's a few seconds delay, so I'm gonna wait until it, right here. So you see where my cursor is, this is black. Now let us go back to Noah's Webster's 18 dictionary, okay? We have American, a native of America applied to the Aboriginals, a copper-colored race is found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of the Europeans, right? You see this, right? Now, let us go look at the definition of black. Black is what? Black is an adjective. So if an adjective describes what? The noun, which is American, well, let us go look at the color black. How many of y'all actually look like this? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait, Boyce Watkins. I'll wait, Uma Johnson. I'll wait for all the rest of y'all that keep calling our people black. I'll wait. This is black. Okay? Let us go back to that definition. Okay? Black, adjective, one. I'll wait till, there we go. Of the light of the color of night, destitute of light, dark, darkened by clouds as the heavens black with clouds, sullen, having a cloudy look or countenance, atrociously wicked, horrible, as a black deed or a crime, dismal, mournful, calamitous, black and blue, the dark color of bruises in the flesh, which is accompanied with a mixture of blue. Now they have black, the noun, right? Let's read that. Let's read that because we're not trying to be biased here, all right? We're going to look at the noun as well. It says what? That which is destitute of light or with a whiteness, the darkest color, or rather a destitution of all colors, as cloth has good black. And it says one, a Negro, a person whose skin is black. A Negro. We are not Negroes. Okay? We are not Negroes. Who were considered Negroes? The Moors were considered Negroes. Moor means black. And I'm not attacking our Moorish brothers and sisters. I'm showing you where that word came from. Okay? Negra, Negro, from the conquistadors. We are not Negroes. That term was coined and given to us. So when you look at things in its proper context, you see how the games are being played. The word semantics, the word play, by attaching that word to us and teaching us how to accept the word, but even more so, not just to accept the word, but become the word. Didn't they say in the beginning was the word? And the word became what? The word became flesh. So now you can call yourself black when clearly you are not black. But when we go back to Noah's Webster's 1828 dictionary, it says that the Aboriginals of America, okay, it says the copper colored. So let us go look at what copper looks like. Okay? Let us go look at what copper looks like. Let's go look at it. Copper. Copper color. Copper color. Hmm? You see what copper looks like? Brown. Okay? Copper colored skin. Let's just go. Let's see what that looks like, right? Now you have different variations of copper. But look, all right, brothers and sisters, don't get it twisted. Okay? Don't get it twisted. They all came from the womb of a dark-skinned woman. All right? But where they categorize you and put you in the box is when they call you black. They take you out of the status of being an Aboriginal, of being an American Indian, and put in Africa like there's something wrong in being, there's nothing wrong in being African. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. However, we are not. So we need to remain in our proper context as who? The American Aboriginals, the copper-colored races. And that is the game these people keep playing with our people, man. You know, something got to give. Something got to give. Okay? Now, once again, let us go see if that's in there. And I have, like I tell people, I have a lot of respect for our brothers and sisters who call themselves Moors. Okay? I do. But Moors are very big on etymology. They're very big on etymology. But for some reason, when it comes to the etymology of the word Moor, all of a sudden, they stop talking about etymology. A Moor, or Moor, the noun, okay? The name of an animal, place, or thing, a noun. Number one, a tract of land overrun with what? Heath. Number two, a marsh, a fen, a tract of wet, low ground or ground covered with stagnant water. Okay, that's number one. Number two, moor, a noun, dark, obscure, a native of the northern coast of Africa, called by the Romans from the color of people, Mauritania, the country of dark complexioned people. The same country is now called what? Morocco, Tunis, Algiers, etc. Okay, another more. Verb, transitive. Latin more, to confine or secure a ship, to secure a ship in a particular station, as by cables and anchors by chains. A ship is never said to be moored when she rides by a single anchor. Okay? Hold on for a second, guys. Moor, verb, intransitive, to be confined by cables or chains. So, once again, nowhere does it say the entire population of the earth, dark-skinned people, will call Moors. Okay? The native of the northern coast of Africa, called by the Romans. The Romans gave them that name from the color of the people. Mauritania, the country of dark-skinned complexion people, the same country is now called what? Morocco, Tunis, Algiers. Okay? So, once again, we just putting things in perspective here. I'm not bashing anybody. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just here to bring the truth. I'm just here to bring the truth. So when you're speaking of etymology, like you guys so love to speak of, let us go into the etymology of the word more. We got to stop playing the games, man. We got to stop playing the games. I am willing to work with anyone because we are all dealing with the same genocide. But stop forcing us to assimilate to be who we are not. Okay? Stop that, please. I'm asking. All right? Let's proceed. Because this is all about identity. All right? Some people may say, well, Chief, what does it matter? It does. It does, because when we put ourselves in all these different boxes that's created for us, we are doing ourselves a disservice. Okay? Politically, financially, socially, status-wise, in every aspect of our existence, we are dishonoring our immediate ancestors or our ancient ancestors when we claim to be everything else except who they were. All right? Granted that many other ethnic groups and so-called races came to our land. I get it. And we may all have all these different bloods in us. But why do we get to forget our ancient ancestors and adapt every other blood that came and mixed with our people? Why is that? And I'm just asking basic common sense questions, if there's such a thing as common sense, because sense is just sense. Okay? I have never seen 4 quarters called common sense. It's just 4 quarters, which they call cents, which equals to $1. And if it makes sense, it will make money. Okay? So let us stop playing the games and the semantics and use etymology when it's only convenient. When it's only convenient. All right? And another thing. All right. The more say that they are descendants of, they are Moabites. Okay, well, let's look at what's a Moabite. A Moabite. All right, let's look at what a Moabite is. Let's look at what a Moabite. I'm not sure if I'm spelling Moabite correctly, but biblical Moabite. Let me see if that makes sense. Ruth. Okay, Ruth is a Moabite, right? So I think I spelled the word incorrectly. So let me just okay, Moabite. Yeah, B-I-T. Okay, thanks. I got that. All right. So Moabite, right? Now, what does it say? According to biblical account, Moab and Ammon was born to Lot. And Lot's elder and younger daughters, respectively, in aftermath of destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. The Bible refers to both the Moabites and Amorites as Lot's son. So you are telling me that I'm supposed to claim, well, if I am, I am. But you're telling me that all dark-skinned people came from Sodom and Gomorrah? A Moabite? That Lot is a Moabite, a man that slept with his daughters in that city filled with homosexuals? I am not a Moabite. I am not a descendant of Lot. And we're speaking of the Bible. Who gave us the Bible? So come, man, let me tell y'all something, man. Again, I'm not coming here to bash anything. I'm just here to bring the truth. Okay? That's it. Period. Facts over feelings. And I don't care who get in their feelings right now. I'm not going to apologize for telling the truth or speaking the truth. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. Because you have Jerusalem, which is in Africa, and you have Jerusalem, which is in Peru, in South America, which is the original Jerusalem, which they named Jerusalem and took it to Africa. Which the first so-called Egypt was here in America, all right? And we ran them off, and they went to Africa and built the same mirrored civilization we already had here in South America. Can I get an amen ra? Don't play with me, man. I'm going to read that again. According to the biblical account of Moab and Ammon, were born to Lot and Lot's elder and younger daughters, respectively, in the aftermath of the destruction of what? Sodom and Gomorrah. The Bible refers to both the Moabites and the Ammonites as Lot's sons, born of what? Incest with his daughters. That is not, I'm not a descendant of incest. You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about in terms of being of Lot, a descendant of Lot. No, I'm not. So y'all claim what y'all want to claim. All right? That doesn't resonate with my spirit. And I'm going to move in the spirit, period. All right? I'm not going to. Nah. I ain't playing these games, man. I'm not going to dishonor my ancestors like that. I'm not going to do that. You feel me? So to put things in perspective, all right, Morocco is in Africa, America is America, period. Don't tell me, oh, this entire thing is Morocco, man. Please stop. All right, stop. Now, if anything, I would probably adhere to saying that, because when you look at the equator, you would see that it's just an imaginary line. All right, that's the equator that runs between America and Africa. And if you look at Morocco and France, they're really close by. So I would rather buy the narrative that Morocco was actually part of America, but don't tell me America is Morocco. No, that is a form of colonization. You are setting up an empire to take over the American empire. That's what you're trying to do. And it's not going to happen on my watch. No, it's not. It's not going to, period. It's not going to happen. And nobody could ever show me the facts. Show me the facts. Show me the old maps that stated that. Okay? And the further back we go into antiquity, yes, it is a fact that the world was connected as one, and it still is. Because water doesn't divide anything. Okay? Water doesn't divide anything. You feel me? The water is just an element that's going through the land. But water doesn't really separate the land. Man separates the land, not water. Because water is part of nature. So if we are nature and we live in nature, how could nature separate nature? Come on, man. Y'all sure y'all ready for this truth here? Man, if you are, y'all better show some love. But anyway, so just to summarize everything, my family, my brothers and sisters, my lineage, all right? Let's look at it from this perspective. Let us not divert too far away from the essence of who we are. Okay? Many of us have gone too far, but it's time to come back home. We were never lost. We are just rediscovering ourselves. Okay? We were miseducated, misinformed. And every one of us we have gone through that, period. Okay? At some point in time. But like I said before, we were all born in ignorance, but it takes a lot of hard work to remain in stupidity. So I implore you that you don't fight so hard to remain stupid. Get out of the ignorance by studying, learning, asking questions, doing your own due diligence, do your own research, and don't just stick to one source. No, go to other sources. Get your oral history as well, because that plays a vital role in identifying who you are. Okay? All these different so-called scholars and lecturers and this doctorates and all that. They are part of a big scheme, okay, that was put in place to disenfranchise the American Aboriginals because they're all getting paid by the system. You feel me? They have sold us out. So now it's up to us, you and I, to tell our story, stand up and claim who we are, identify as who our ancestors were, and not who these people want us to be. We have never had a proper platform where the world could hear our story, but it's our time, and we have to make sure that now the world hear our story from our own lips and not from the lips of colonizers, okay, or Negropeans. And I've already told y'all who Negropeans are. They look like you, they talk like you, they may smell like you, they eat like you, they drink like you, but they are not you. They are Negropeans. They're not proud of who they are. Okay? All of them claim to love God. But if God made you to be a certain way, why are you changing yourself? That is blasphemy. Okay? That is an abomination to the Most High. That means you are not pleased with what the Most High made you or who the Most High made you. So don't speak about God. Which God are you speaking of? You are speaking of the God of the oppressor. Because the God of the oppressor came to do what? To kill, steal, and destroy. And you are killing yourself. You are destroying yourself. You are stealing your original self away from yourself. You are indoctrinated. I love my brown skin. I love my cinnamon skin. I love my copper colored skin. I love my dark chocolate skin. I love the fact that the Most High put me in here to be a man, and I'm going to be that. Period. Now, we don't have to get biblical, right? But, you know, let's just, for all those Bible thumpers, let me just pull something up for y'all real quick, okay? Let me just pull something up real quick. Let me see if I can find that. Give me a second while y'all building the chat. In the meantime, y'all could support the super chat. I would appreciate that. You know what I mean? Let me get something. Let me see where that's at. Acts 17:26. Acts 17:26. 17:26. All right, cool. So I'm going to come back to you guys and I'm going to share my screen again. All right. I'm going to share my screen again. All right. I'm going to do another share screen and let's go over this. Let's just go over this, right? For those of you who are still stuck on the Bible and, you know, it's being used for reference, you know, occasionally. All right. So when you run into people who are Bible thumpers and you are, you know, stating your claim that we have been here from time immemorial. All right. And for everybody else, you ask them this question. Do you believe in God? Do you believe that the Bible is the true word of God? Now, me, I have my own reservations because I know otherwise. All right. I know better than just to believe that everything in that book is true. But for those people who believe that to be the truth and the ultimate truth and nothing but the truth, this is what you do. You open up the Bible and you go to Acts 17:26. And you read from any version of pretty much any Bible, and it pretty much states the same thing. So let us look at the King James Version. Acts chapter 17, 20, I think it's 26, 21, somewhere around there. It says what? And he hath made of one blood all nations of men to dwell on the face of the earth. Did it say Africa? Did it say Akabulan, whatever they call it? Did it say Egypt? It says what? And he have, and again, I am reading this very, very lightly. This is just for reference purposes, okay? I don't subscribe to the Bible as the ultimate truth, all right? So please, I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, well, Chief, you use the Bible. Man, listen, there are people who are Bible thumpers, and that's all they know. So I'm going in there to show you things outside of science, outside of archaeological research, outside of oral stories. I'm showing it to you in your Bible, okay? King James Version. And he have made of one blood. Even if I don't believe we all have the same blood, but you know, let us rock with that. All nations of men. Nations of men. Okay? That means I'm going to ask you again, what nation do you belong to? What nation does Black or African belong to? Man, I could take this from any point of reference and shut all of them down. All these big scholars out there that keep telling you everybody's from Africa. I could shut them down. And I have literally went on Facebook, and on numerous occasions, they have this group with thousands of members. I think it's called something African, some United Black, whatever it is. But Boyce Watkins is one of the main people on that channel. I have posted comments on many occasions. Boyce Watkins, bring me on the show, interview me. Okay? You bring people on there and you debate with them, you argue with them. Bring me on, brother. And I'm still calling him out. Brother Boyce Watkins, I would like to be on your platform. Let's talk. And anybody else who say we are Black, and anybody else who say we are Africans, bring me on your platform. And now I'm not going to debate with you. I don't debate. However, I will argue. Now, for those of you who don't know the difference, go look at the etymology of debate and argue. Because when you debate, you fight. You want to beat people up. I don't want to do that. But when you argue, you reason to come to a solution. Okay? So I'm more of an argumentative kind of man and not a debater. All right? I just want to make sure that, you know, that's being put in perspective. So let's read this again. And he have made of one blood all nations of men to dwell on all the face of the earth. Did it say some? Did it say part? Did it say a little plot? No, it says all. And have what? Determined the times before appointed. Do you know what that means? And have determined the times before appointed, and the bonds of their habitation. So that means that nations of men came after nations of men. They were appointed at a certain time. And the bonds of their what? Habitation. It means that they were put in different locations on the face of this earth. Now, maybe King James Version might just be a little bit biased. Okay, let us go look at another one. ASV. I don't know what the hell that means, but I know V stands for version, right? And he made one of every nation of men, one of every nation of men. So my dear brothers and sisters, my Aboriginal brothers and sisters of America, what nation are you from? What nation is Black from? What nation is African American from? And even if you're from Africa, Africa is a continent. What nation are you from in Africa? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm tired of waiting because wait could be a heavy load. All right. Anyway, ASV. And he made of one every nation of men to dwell on the face of the earth, having determined their appointed seasons. Okay, here we go again, reiterating and confirming what I just said in another version of the Bible, appointed their seasons. In other words, let me break it down to you so that your 2-year-old could understand what I'm saying. We all came here in our season. It started with the original man, And then the other races, they have their seasons. Now is the season of the pale man, and his time is up. Things have to revert back to what's original. And they know this, man. And the bonds of their what? Habitation. So in other words, the Most High put people in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, and in the Americas. Let us go look at an amplified version. And he made from one man, which I don't believe, but we'll just say that's the truth for now, right? One man, every nation of mankind to live on the face of the earth, having determined their appointed times and the boundaries of their lands and territories. We're going to read one more. AMPC. And he made from one common origin, one source, one blood, all nations of men to settle on the face of the earth, having definitely, what you see that? Definitely determined their what? Their allotted periods of time. Another version even broke it down more profoundly. Okay? Meaning that we manifested here in our seasons. Okay? Allotted of periods of time and fixed what? Boundaries of their habitation. In other words, what? Their settlements, their lands, and their abodes. What is your land? Where is your settlement at? I rest my case for now. I told y'all, Chief Kalinago is going to give it to you like nobody else will give it to you. I'll tell you that. Even if I appreciate what everybody else is doing. But I'm going to give it to you. All right? Anyway. I'm going to conclude here. And that's just what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing. We are building. You see, we are building. That's what I'm about. Building. We are natural builders. Okay? We are natural creators. But because our creative juices are stagnated by all these distractions, television, okay, gossip, animosity, hatred, watching what your girlfriend got, watching what your boy got, you want your boy, girl. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, we are not stepping into our organic self and allowing our creative juices to flow because the creator is within us. Well, for those of us who haven't contaminated our temple, the Most High is still in you. You feel me? You did. So I suggest you start taking care of your temple so that the Most High could come back within that temple and open up your eyes. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay? Now, for those of you who are actually within the, the boundaries of New Jersey, I will be passing through New Jersey and I'm going to be one of the speakers at a lecture. And let me see if I have that flyer. I think I got it somewhere. Let me share that with you. So if you're in the Jersey area, I'm saying Jersey or Maryland, Baltimore, Pennsylvania, wherever you at and you're close enough and you would like to come out, this is the flyer right here. Nan is hosting the event, and it's for National Action Network. And so I'm just gonna go up and slide it so you guys could get the information. I'm gonna take my time and just browse up with it real slow. When you look at the video again, you could pause it, okay? And guest speaker, Chief Kalinago. And what does it mean to be Black? I'm gonna be speaking about that. Let's talk. Let's address the issues. Then some of the subtitles and other speakers that they have will be speaking on various topics and subjects. Some of them are every African American should be a part of a civil rights organization. That in itself, I have reservations with that, but we'll talk about that. That's their flyer. Because when we talk of civil rights, we are only talking about the rights that are allocated to citizens. Okay, so that we'll talk about. What does a new prison in Newark means? Because they want to open up a new prison in Newark. School to prison pipeline, the legalization of marijuana. Well, like I said, I don't know what marijuana is, but that's going to be discussed. Mentoring programs. Save the date. Don't miss this meeting, June 22nd. 2019, Saturday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., 400 Hawthorne Avenue, and that's in New Jersey. All right. Sincerely, Cynthia Dawkins. The information is here if you want to contact or email via phone or email. And you also have the website. So you guys, please, come check it out, and let's make this happen. All right, let's make this happen. Let me see if I could slide this to the side here. But anyway, let me see if I can bring this up some. So anyway, so you got the website here. There we go. www.nan what's that? Nan Great Newark. What's that? Greater, yeah. Nan Greater Newark net. www.NANGREATERNEWARK.net. Okay, so you have the information. If you're going to be in the area, please come through. And like I said, man, we are building. All right, we doing work. Come check it out. All right. So let me come back here. I think that's pretty much what I got for you right now. All right. So guys, thank you for being a part of this build. I know it's early, but it's never too early to to drop knowledge. And I really do thank those of you who all right, you always have don't pay attention to these imposters. There's this Lance dude, whoever, if that's him, he's one of the guys. There's a guy, right? I don't think that's who. I don't think it's Lance Ward, but there's a native guy named Lance. He's very, very disrespectful, and he has actually disrespected a few of our ancestors at some powwows. That brother, hey, I'm not gonna put any negative energy out there, but anybody I see that disrespecting our elders, they're gonna have a problem with me. I'm just gonna leave it as that. All right, because I don't like to put negative energy out there. But I want to just scroll up a little bit real quick, and just again, I just want to thank each and every one of you. My gratitude, for tuning in. For those of you who were able to support, the super chat. Let me just again, give you a shout out. All right, where we at? Okay, Aaliyah, thank you. All right, appreciate that, showing some love. Thank you. Absolutely. All right, much thanks. Onyx, Rising, give thanks. Thank you for supporting the super chat. And Indigenous Aborigine, give thanks. Again, it's an honor to know that what you're doing is appreciated, and there are people who are willing to reciprocate. Because what we do, not just myself, people such as myself, it takes a lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of meditation, and it's a lot of energy that's being given off. So I come, like I said, to bring the light. I walk in the light, and hopefully, that light could be contagious, and we all could come together and do what we got to do. All right, this was a beautiful build. I don't think I'll be doing another one, throughout the continuation, because we have a few events that we have to go to. But a lot of things are being put together. And once again, let me just make this quick announcement, okay? Any one of you that actually have a non-profit organization, all right, and you're an American Aboriginal, hit me up, okay? Whether you're an American Aboriginal or not, if you have a non-profit organization, send me an email. My email is in the link below. There's some things that we're putting together, and we need a few non-profit organizations, okay, to get involved. So if you have a non-profit organization, once again, send me an email. All right, send me an email. One individual actually sent me an email. They said that they had a non-profit. They left their number. I called them, I texted them, I emailed. I haven't heard anything back. So hopefully I will hear from them again. And if you know anybody else who do have a non-profit organization, send me an email, because we have a lot of work to do. We're planning a huge, massive event. I'm talking about, it's going to be literally, it's going to put us on an international platform. And that's where our voice needs to be heard. So we definitely need a few non-profit organizations. I want to say, my brother Max, yes. You know, like I said, I've checked out some of the songs that you sent me. Max V production, the music, I love the music, so I don't, like I said, I don't mind sharing it on my platform. I'm doing a lot right now, so it will take me some time to get to things, you know, that I already have things already on the back burner that I'm pushing. You see what I'm saying? So, but yes, the music is definitely part of it, because our people listen to a lot of music, and I think I think the paradigm of the music needs to change. All right, so I will do a build and have you on as a guest, so you could tell all the brothers and sisters what you are doing. We could let them know of your channel, so that even if me personally, I cannot kind of like dive into giving my full attention, then there are other brothers and sisters who are willing to promote, you know, your music and, you know, the positive message that you are bringing, you know, because I'm doing so much, I have to kind of like position myself where I could be doing something here, and something here. And sometimes I don't want to spread myself too thin and, you know, just kind of lose track of the overall picture, which is bringing all of us together, you know, in terms of our identity as who we are, under the umbrella, you know, American, you know, Aboriginal. All right. So I thank y'all. And once again, you know, we are at a point in our being, you know, where we have to continue to grow, build, love each other. All right. Thank you, Fury Tai, you know, Aborigine, peace, love, and light. Well, I'm gonna say wholesome love and light to all Aborigines. Thank you for supporting the super chat. But I am going to say this: we are at a point in our being, because we are beings. Okay, we are be in the moment. All right. So what we're gonna do is continue to build. All right. And a lot of times cognitive dissonance may step in, but learn to meditate and find a place where you are able to allow new information to come in, and that you're able to research the new information and start resonating with information, okay, that will uplift us. All right, because what we have been doing hasn't been working. Okay, and the true definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. All right, so for all those of you who have channels and you have music on your channel, you have products, you have poetry, you have a message, you know, please, I mean, by all means, I mean, I will give you a shout out. So with that being said, guys, check out, you know, brother Max V Production, MVP Studios. You know, he sent me some of his music. I love the message, you know, so please go to his channel and subscribe. You know, subscribe. You know, we definitely need an influx of music that's moving our people towards a higher frequency, opposed to the ones that we have currently, okay, that's putting them in a realm of a low vibrational, you know, place, okay. And it's time for us to step up into a higher frequency. So, you know, I always want to promote those who are doing great things, okay. And thank you. So enjoy the rest of your continuation, and we will talk soon. All right, wholesome love and light to each and every one of you. Wado, we'll talk soon.